This is part 2 of using Jmri warrants to automate your model railroad. This is more or less what I left you with from part 1, with layout editor being used to draw the tracks, put in the turnouts, and I put some names of blocks. Oh, blocks, what's that? Let me go back here to this screen and show you what we need to be aware of before we continue. If we go to Edit, to Preferences, this is where we put in the manufacturer of our equipment. And the system connection here is simulator. On my laptop, which is what I use for my actual layout, I have it connected with something called LocalNet Local Buffer USE. That connects my computer to my track and to the electronics that I have established to control what goes on the track. For this video and this purpose, we put in simulator so it doesn't get confused about the fact that we aren't connected to anything. And it gives us the freedom to do whatever we want with the layout diagrams and the control diagrams. And then if we want to do it with a simulator and then translate it over to our actual model railroad, we can change the preferences here, and whatever we're using to connect the computer to the model railroad, we put that in here, save it, restart it, and it all should work with your actual model railroad. That's the first thing we want to do in terms of looking at some of this stuff here. Then we need to go to Tools, into Tables. We're going to be using 3 tables for this little demonstration: turnout table, sensor table, and block table. Let's click on that. Looks like I have already put these in. So if you're starting from scratch and you have, for example, down here LT1, which you have drawn on this diagram but you haven't done anything else with it, you go to Tools, Turnouts, and you add here. You can have this LocalNet as I have, or whatever you're using, NCE or whatever. You could have internals. This shows all of them. I think all you have to do here is put in the number 1. Let's try that, see what happens. LocalNet hardware address, let's put in 4. We could put a username in there too, whatever we want. Let's close that, or let's create that, see what it does. Yeah, it puts automatically L for LocalNet, T for turnout in there. We'll delete this because we only have 3 turnouts. Yes, I'm sure. Alright. So, the next thing we want to do is take a look at the block table. There are 3 blocks here already. You can see that I have decided to name them Bypass North, Station, etc. And the way I got them here, I can add them, type in the name. I've got the system name to be automatic. Where did it go? System name, I can click on automatically generate it, or put my own number in there, and then the username. Here's the username here. So the way I got these in, which kind of surprised me, was I just right clicked. What do I have here? Station. Right click, let's do station north. We're already on station. Right click on this and it says block station. That's honky dory. What about this one? Station north. No block set. So how do we set that? We can edit it. Solid, sidetrack. It's mainline. Block name. There's no block name here. Now if we had put the block name in the table, it would show up here and we just click on it. But I discovered that you can type it in here. Enter. Done. Oh, look at that. And when you right click on here, it'll tell you the block is station north. Where's our table? Let's see our table. And it automatically entered it into the table, the list of our blocks. So I'm going to pause this thing and put all our blocks in. No, I won't. I will do that later after I go through this. We have our turnouts. There they are. LT123. We're just looking at the blocks, and we're going to put all the blocks in here. And block simply means section of track. Oh, maybe I should do this for you before we go on. I want station north to go from here, the end of the station block, all the way to this turnout. So right click on this, station north, that's good, and I right click on that and I can edit it and then put the block name in here, station north. Done. And now station north block will go from this green to this green. And we do that with everything. For example, bypass south here will go from this turnout, this block, this block, this. That'll, all these little sections will be bypass south. And then from here around to here, we will right click on these circles and we will type in bypass north. What we will do now, though, before I do that, is we will go to the tables and go to sensors. So I want to add a sensor. Just trust me. Internal, that's fine. Hardware address, it's going to be, I think, LS. We'll put in 1 here and we'll put in station here. See what happens anyway. There's station. Now we can right click on this station block, edit it, and create edit block. Go to sensor, pick a sensor. We're using this sensor, so we click on that, apply, OK. We'll get back to sensors later. On my layout, I use something called a BDL168. It's an electronic board that has electric sensors on every block that I have, so that when a train loco is on that section of track, it shows up on the layout diagram. For this, we'll do something a little different. Alright, that's it for this video. While you were snoozing, I did a bit of work on this layout. Now we have some pretty yellow dots, some pretty red lines. Show you what I've done and then show you how I did what I've done. First of all, I took all these sections, graphical sections, and put them into this block, bypass north. So I'll show you. Right click this thing. It says the block is bypass north. Good. This one, bypass north. This one, bypass north. And then what I did, turnouts. I connected them to the block that enters into the turnout. So right click again, and the block is main north, so it's connected to this block here, main north. So what are the yellow dots and the red lines? The yellow dots are sensors. Let's go to our table. Just refresh our memory about tables and what's in them. The three tables we're using are turnouts and sensors and blocks. Review. Blocks. Those are all our blocks on this layout diagram. Wonderful. What else? Turnouts. Yes, we have 3 turnouts. What about sensors? Alright, this is new. What I did was, I'll show you. I right-clicked on one of the circles, went to edit. There's the block name, mainline track. I went to create/edit, and I clicked on sensor. And out of this list, which I had already put into the sensor table, I picked the sensor that goes with that block. So I named the sensors the same as the blocks, so we could have an easy connection. Show you again. It's okay. Done. Back to tables. Sensors. There are all the sensors. I just put the numbers in. It added the I, internal, S, sensor. I added all these names according to the names of the blocks. Okay. Now, I don't have a sensor on town south or sensor on passenger spur. Let's do that. I'm going to right click on town south. Town south, we're going to edit it. Create edit block. Sensor, nothing there. It's town south, so we put town south like that. We apply. Okay. Done. There's no sensor icon there, like this. What do? Well, we go up here and we go to sensor icon, and we choose which block we want, and we are in town south already. That's right. So now we hold down shift, left click, and there's our sensor icon. If we click on it, it goes yellow, and town south block goes red. Why is that? Well, because town south, edit, create edit, we connected that sensor town south with the block town south. Got that? Sure you do. Okay, there you go. Done. On your layout, you will have some kind of sensor, electronic sensor, to watch your tracks. And so when there's a locomotive on it, it will turn red, or whatever color you want it to be. But in this simulation, we just use this icon to simulate the fact that there's a local on that track. And all these little sections are in town south, from there to there, and so they will all light up when we click on that. Take a look at this sensor icon, right click. Let's edit the icon. Oh, in your tables of icons, which we'll get to someday, it shows you there are 4 states: active, inactive, inconsistent, and unknown. So when we click on it, it will either be gray or yellow. Yellow means the track is occupied, and this simulates that. And when it's unoccupied. So we just click on this on and off to simulate whether there's a local on this section of track or not. Passenger spur, we don't have one. Right click, edit, create edit block, sensor, passenger spur, apply, OK, done. Where'd it go? Oh, we have to put it there. So we go up top left here, sensor icon. We get passenger spur there. Come down here, shift, left click, put it there. We did something wrong, didn't we? Let's edit that. Got it on main south. That's not right. Passenger spur. What if we change that? Huh. Alright, just be careful. And this one's occupied, unoccupied, unoccupied. Alright, at this point we go up top left to File and we store the panel. We save it. You have to do this after every few things that you do. You save it, you store it. Otherwise, you find yourself hanging up sometime and where did it all go? So we save, we save, we save. So whatever name you have given to this layout, you go there and you store it, and if you've established it already, it'll ask you if you want to overwrite the file, and you say, of course I do. Click, and it's gone. That's pretty much it for now. I think we're almost ready to start a new panel, and I got to figure out what to do before I get back to you. Talk to you in the next little video.